Welcome to the deep dive. We're going to be exploring prompt engineering. It's kind of like learning the secret language to talk to AI, and then you get amazing results. You ever think about those professional exams or like certifications? We found this awesome blog post by Deborah Pruseth, and it shows how to use AI assistants like ChatGPT. And you can use them to become your personal tutor for like almost any subject.
AI is getting so smart these days, it can really understand what you're asking and tailor its responses to you. It's like having a 24/7 expert on call to help you study and master the material.
That's so cool. So is it kind of like having a study buddy, but one that's like read every textbook?
Yeah,
And never gets tired of your questions.
exactly. But to get the most out of it, you need to communicate well. And that's where this prompt engineering comes in. It's like giving a chef clear instructions so they can make the perfect dish. You wouldn't just say, make me food. You'd be specific about what you want.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So how do we start cooking up some learning with AI?
The blog post recommends starting with a good study guide as a base. It's not about reinventing the wheel, just leveraging what's already there.
So we're not asking AI to like write us a textbook from scratch.
Not necessarily. It's more efficient to use existing resources. So you could use a physical study guide, or you can find a syllabus online, or even ask the AI to find the table of contents for you.
Wait, the AI can do that? Like find a table of contents just from like the name of the book or the exam?
Yep. It's like having a super-powered research assistant.
Ah.
And you can even combine the tables of contents from different sources and make a super comprehensive guide.
Oh, wow. So we're like crowdsourcing a curriculum, but from AI. That's wild. But a table of contents is just a list of topics, right? So
Yeah.
how do we actually like start learning?
That's where the magic of prompt engineering comes in. We can turn our AI assistant into a specialist tutor by using these specific types of prompts.
No, a specialist tutor. Sounds fancy. Tell me more.
Imagine you're preparing for the PMP exam. That's for project management professionals. You wouldn't want just any tutor, right? You would want an expert in project management.
Right. Someone who really knows the field.
Exactly. So with a persona prompt, you can tell the AI to take on the role of an expert. You could say something like, you are an expert PMP trainer with a deep understanding of project management concepts.
Okay, so we're basically setting the stage for the AI, like telling it who to be, what's next.
You can use an audience prompt to tell the AI about your own experience level. So like if you're a beginner, you would say something like, I am new to project management, and this helps the AI tailor its explanations.
To your understanding.
Wow. It's like the AI is like assessing our strengths and weaknesses
Yeah.
and making a personalized learning plan. So we've told the AI who it is and who we are. Is there anything else we need to tell it before we start learning? Yeah. We can create a set of commands, like a menu for our AI tutor. It's called a menu action prompt. For example, we could have a command like display TOC to see the table of contents, or expand to get a more detailed explanation of a section.
Oh, so we're not just like passively reading. We're actively controlling the flow of our learning.
Exactly. That's the power of prompt engineering. You're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
You can even tell the AI how to explain each section.
Like really, so we're not just getting information. We're shaping the way it's presented to us.
Exactly. You could say something like, when you explain a section, please include a brief introduction, a detailed explanation, some relevant examples, links to additional resources, and any exam tips.
Wow. That's like having a superpowered study guide, and it just adapts to our needs. But I think we need to pause for a second here to process all this. We've covered a lot of ground, and I'm sure our listeners are buzzing with ideas. When we come back, we'll figure out how to remember all this and see how to share this learning journey with others. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Before the break, we were talking about crafting these super specific prompts to turn our AI assistant into a personalized study guide guru.
Yeah, it really is mind-blowing that we can have this much control over how we learn with AI. But, I have a confession to make. I feel like I have the memory of a goldfish. Like if I don't write things down, poof, it's gone. So how do we make sure that all this amazing learning we're doing with the AI actually sticks with us?
That's a good question. And a lot of people have it. It's addressed in the blog post. AI assistants have what we call a limited memory span. They're not designed to remember everything.
So not like building a permanent library.
Yeah.
Based on our conversations.
Not exactly. They learn and adapt from input, but it's more like a short-term memory boost. It's not always stored forever.
Okay, so how do we avoid having to start from scratch every time with our AI tutoring?
The blog post gives a couple good tips. First, you got to make sure that you save your table of contents and those persona, audience, and menu prompts. Save them in a separate document.
Okay, so like a master cheat sheet.
Exactly. That way you can refer back to it, even if the AI forgets some details.
Right, like bookmarking the most important parts of our learning journey.
Another helpful tip is to use the chat history feature. Most AI assistants have it. You can rename and save your sessions and revisit specific topics.
So we have a searchable record of our study sessions. We can see what we struggled with and what worked.
Exactly. And here's the really interesting part. You can actually share your chat history.
Wait, really? Tell me more.
Imagine sharing your AI study session with a friend or study buddy. You could even post it online.
That's amazing. Like a study group, but with an AI tutor guiding us.
Exactly. You can get feedback and new perspectives, stuff you wouldn't have thought of on your own.
I think I'm starting to get it now. This AI-assisted learning feels like a whole new era of education.
I agree. It's accessible to anyone with the internet and a desire to learn.
So we have this powerful tool at our fingertips. But before everyone runs off to try it, are there any limitations we should know about? I mean, this all sounds a little too good to be true.
It's important to be realistic. AI is an amazing learning tool, but it's not magic. You still need critical thinking, and you need to double-check information. And remember, AI is always evolving. What works today might not work tomorrow.
Right. It's not about replacing teachers. It's about using AI to help them.
Exactly. It's another tool in your toolbox. And like any tool, it takes practice to master.
The more we use it and experiment with different prompts and AI assistants, the better we'll get at using it.
Absolutely. It's a constantly evolving field.
Well, on that note, we should wrap up and encourage everyone to check out Debrada Prusa's blog post. We've learned a lot, but there's still so much more to learn.
Yeah, for sure. There's tons of detail in the blog post with examples and screenshots to get you started.
And for anyone who's still feeling intimidated, trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds.
Yeah, it can actually be fun. It's like having a personal assistant and a tutor and a research partner all rolled into one. And the more you use it, the more comfortable you'll be.
So embrace the power of AI. Unlock your potential. You know, it's funny. We started off feeling a little intimidated by AI, but now I feel like this whole new world of learning has opened up.
It really is amazing how quickly our perspective can change when we learn something new.
I think Debrada Prusa's blog post really does a good job of breaking it all down. It's approachable and practical.
Yeah, I agree. He even gives you screenshots and examples of prompts you can use right away.
And that's what I love about the deep dive. We don't just talk about ideas. We give you the tools to actually use them. So for anyone listening, who's inspired to start their own AI learning journey, what's the one piece of advice you would give them?
That's a good one, I would say. Don't be afraid to experiment. Prompt engineering is all about trial and error. Try different prompts, see what works, and most importantly, have fun with it.
I like that. We're all pioneers in this new frontier.
Exactly. The more we explore and share, the more everyone benefits.
Well, this has been awesome. Such an eye-opening deep dive. We went from apprehension to excitement about the possibilities. I hope our listeners feel the same.
Me too. It's been great diving deep with you.
And to our listeners, don't forget to check out Debrada Prusa's blog post. We'll have the link in the show notes. It's well worth a read. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing. And happy learning.